Hey, how's it going everyone, and welcome to my Resident Evil Remake no saves walkthrough. So this run's going to help you get the ink is for Squids and also the racing and pacing achievements if you're looking to get those, which is complete the game without saving and complete the game in under 3 hours. A lot of the runs I found around YouTube for this were done on the harder difficulties, and I feel like if you're going for the no saves run specifically, it's much easier to do this on the easier difficulties. So hopefully it'll be nice and easy for you guys to follow along with, and you won't get stuck trying to follow difficult strats that are implemented during speedruns and stuff. If you're looking for a harder mode walkthrough, I have done invisible enemy mode, real survival mode, and the knife only run as well. That can help you guys get through those modes if you're looking for it. Thank you for tuning into the video. Let's get this going.
Resident Evil.
Right, so skip up these cutscenes. We're not interested in them. I'm going to try and get through this pretty fast, but still relatively safe for any of you who don't know how to get around all the zombies and stuff like that. But this is on very easy, so you really don't have to worry too much. There's less zombies than in the other modes, and if you're just trying to get that achievement, that no saves achievement, this is definitely the easiest way to do this. So we're going to go and trigger this cutscene with the first zombie through the dining hall and around this corner, and just head back on ourselves to grab the handgun from the main hall. This run does still take about 2 hours or so, but it's really not that difficult, especially on very easy. The zombies don't do a lot of damage, and there's just heals everywhere. In the areas where you'd usually find a couple of heals, just seems like they increase that amount. There's so much ammo in this mode too. Another cutscene to skip there. Grab the handgun, and we need to go back to where we just were. This way. I feel like there's other achievements as well you could easily get with the no save run, but this is the run I've been using to do a couple of my achievements is a very basic one where you just go for the bad end and it's really quick, really easy. You don't really want to get an annoying death, and I feel like as Chris, the run is a little bit harder in the beginning because you don't have the lockpick, but you also get the grenades as Chris, so it makes life a little bit easier when it comes to killing awkward zombies, and especially the early boss fights you have are much easier to do with the grenades. So we got some herbs there. You can grab those if you like and combine them and hold on to them, but you really don't need to. Just grab the handgun magazine. You kind of don't need that magazine either, but never mind, you know, might as well grab it. So in this hallway, on very easy mode, we need to grab this golden arrow, and there's a zombie that's usually in this hallway in your way, but he's not here on very easy. You can just sail straight on through here and through this door to continue along your way. Usually I'd take that zombie out for my other achievement runs, just because he's one of the more awkward ones early on that gets in your way a lot when you're trying to maneuver through that hallway, but he's not even there on this mode. Makes things a lot easier. So back to the main hall now after we've got the golden arrow, and we're going to go down here to go out of this door that's at the top of the stairs so that we can go and use the golden arrow. And again, on very easy, there's no zombies here, so you don't have to worry about getting grabbed. Usually there's 2 zombies in this area that can grab you on your way through and back. So I feel like in this first, at least for the first 20 minutes or so, you're just really not in much danger. There's really not much that can grab you if you follow this run. There's only really 2 areas in the game where you need to worry, but still you're not really in much danger either in those. Like I said, there's heals everywhere in this mode, and way less damage is done when stuff does grab you or attack you, so it's really easy. So we're going to grab this book after coming down here, get that mansion key that's embedded in the back of it, and then we're going to leave. We're going to head back up the stairs. No zombies to worry about. And back into the same door that we came in through. Some shotgun shells back there, but we're going to leave those there for now because we need to keep an eye on our inventory space unless we want to make extra trips to the item box, which to be honest we don't. So, back in the main hall, we're going to go down the stairs and over to this side to go through this door to open a door that's in this room that we now have the key for. So on this right side here, use the mansion key and we'll be going into, I think, what a lot of people refer to as the dog hallway. And we're going to work it out so we only go through the dog hallway once, which means we won't have to deal with the dogs at all. They only jump through when you come back through this hallway. But this is the only time we'll come here. Grab that dagger that's underneath that cabinet there. Definitely useful to use the defense items to your advantage when you are in danger of getting grabbed and stuff. There's another handgun clip underneath this cabinet as well. You don't really need it, to be honest. You've got way more ammo than you would need now, but I feel like I wanted to try and make this as easy as possible for you guys. There's really not that many zombies that you have to kill. But yeah, extra ammo if you get stuck never hurts. Through this door. And when we come into here, we're going to have to pull a plug out of a bathtub. And when you do that, you'll get a cutscene. Skip the cutscene, run towards the bath, grab the old key, quick turn, and run back out of the door. And that'll just make it so that you don't have to deal with a zombie that's in there at all, that jumps out of the bathtub. It's been soaking for a little while. And then we're going to use the old key that we just got on this door right here. And if you've got hurt at all, which hopefully you haven't, there's a bunch of herbs here for you to grab. I went ahead and grabbed a red and a green herb to make a mixed herb, just to stack up on some healing items, but on very easy mode there's like 3 red herbs here, which means you could, if you wanted to, fully heal yourself and get another herb. But to be honest, even if you would have got grabbed up until this point, you probably wouldn't have even gone down a notch on your health. But I'll do my best to show you where extra items are, bring items along with us that can help you out if you do get stuck. When we come out of that room, we just want to follow this hallway all the way along. The zombie will jump out of that hallway through the door. But don't worry about him. We're not going to go back there again, so we don't have to worry. When we go through these double doors, we're heading through the door that's on the left side of the scene, or on your character's right. And there's a zombie right here outside the item box room. You can either stick to the right hand side and try and avoid him, but I had the defense dagger and it's easy enough just to stab him with that and not worry about it too much. So we're going to go to the item box and put away the grenade launcher, which is, I think it replaces the combat knife when you've completed a certain mode on the game. Either way, I won't be using that in this run at all. So we're going to take the old key that's on the typewriter there as well. Make sure you've put away the mixed herb, the handgun ammo, and the grenade launcher. We're going to come out here and run around the zombie to go up the stairs. When you get up here, there's a zombie blocking the doorway you need to go through. If you stop on the corner and just wait for a second and sort of back up, he'll lunge at the corner and have no chance of grabbing you because the wall's in his way, and that will just give you a chance to run around him and head through the door. And in this corridor on this mode, there's no zombies. There's usually 2 zombies here on any other difficulty. But on very easy, no zombies. Makes it nice and simple for you. Makes that whole scenario with this corridor a ton easier, because you do have to come back through here a few times. We're going to come into this room, grab the dog whistle, and then leave. So, now we're going to follow this corridor around. Usually there'll be a zombie here in your way, but nothing there. I'm going to use the mansion key right here to head through. Okay, so now that you're here, you're going to want to head over to the opposite door on the top floor, these sort of double doors. And when you come into this sort of top half of the dining room, there's a zombie on the opposite side to the one we're on at the moment. So stay away from that side, just stick to this side. And we're going to use the mansion key after grabbing that defense dagger that's on the side right there to get through this door. And then we're going to go through this door where the dogs are. Use the old key that you grabbed in the item box room to go through here. And if for some reason you've taken some damage, there's herbs in this area that are growing you can use to heal yourself. Pretty much a free healing item. So equip the handgun when you get to here and use the dog whistle. And the dogs are going to come running around this corner. And you want to kill them. Should only take a few shots on this mode. Literally like 2 or 3 shots. There should be 2 dogs. Here comes the other one. He's a little bit late. Oh, there we go. He's dead. The first one that comes around the corner should drop the dog collar. We're going to grab that and de-equip the handgun because you move faster without a weapon equipped, and examine the dog collar to get the coin out of it. So there's the coin. Flip it around. There we go. We got the imitation key. So if you're hurt again, you can grab the herbs there to heal yourself if you like, although on this mode those dogs are so weak, shouldn't really be a problem for you. So now that you're done there, we're going to head downstairs. Oh no, sorry, we're going to head out the door that's this way, but there's a zombie right here. You've got a couple of choices. You can either run at him and take the grab, or you can lead him onto the stairs. The safest way to do it is just to lead him onto the stairs. I think there's another zombie already on the stairs, but these guys can't grab you whilst they're on the stairs. They can only do that vomit thing, and if you mash the run button whilst you're on the stairs, you'll move up and down stairs faster than if you just move normally. So it's definitely useful to use that to get around zombies on the stairs and just to get down and upstairs faster. But now we're going to come back into this hallway. Another herb there on the floor if you somehow got yourself hurt. We're just going to turn around that corner, and that guy won't stand up until you move past him, so don't worry too much about him at the moment. But we're going to come up here through the door of the stairs, grab the key out of this thing, and once this cutscene finishes, we'll use the imitation key. So yeah, that herb that's just outside the door, if you grab it before you pass that guy that stands up, he won't stand up. Like, it's not on a timer, he only stands up when you get close to the door. But to be honest, you shouldn't be really hurt at the moment. You should be good to go. So now we've got the armor key. We're going to head back out of this hallway. And we've got to get past that guy that just stood up and the zombie that's standing there, which is a little bit tricky, but it's still doable. So make a U-turn around this corner and just try to avoid these guys. Hopefully you've got a defense dagger if you do get grabbed. If you haven't, you shouldn't take too much damage, but just follow the corridor around and out of this door. Those zombies can be difficult to get around, but because you're on very easy mode, even if they do grab you, you shouldn't die. You should just take a little bit of damage. And if you do get hurt, if you head to the door that's just to your left as you come out of there, you can find the dog area where you use the dog whistle, which has those herbs growing, and just come back out if you want to. But either way, we're going to go back to the main hall and back to the opposite side. Now that we've got this key, we can get into the area with Richard and Rebecca over here. And you need to do this pretty quick. You need to do this next area to save Richard and get the shotgun a little later in this run. But in order to get that shotgun, you have to save Richard here. So skip that cutscene and you'll be put back outside the hallway. It's going to show you where to go on the map, but just skip that and we'll head there straight away. There's a couple of other things we've got to do along the way as well. So that's why we need to be pretty quick. If we were just to go and get the serum and come back, we wouldn't really have to worry about the time limit. But if we're really quick here, my phone is ringing. If we're really quick here, we can avoid worrying about the time limit and also get the stuff done that we need to. So back to the hallway we were just in, and we need to head down the stairs that we just passed a minute ago now to go and get the serum first of all. So we're gonna head around the corridor. That guy's dying to get out of that door. So around here, down the stairs, down we go, around the zombie and into the safe room here. And the serum is just on the item box. I kind of feel like doing this on very easy is stupidly easy, but for a no saves run, it's definitely the way forward. Unless you're a sweaty speedrunner. I feel like if you know the game really well, it'll be easier for you. So there's a zombie just here that you might want to trigger the camera angle on that corner for. You got the grab on me, which is definitely annoying, but as you come around that corner, he's kind of hard to see, so, and he can be in a couple of different places. You might want to trigger the camera angle and just see where he is and see if you can get around him. But don't worry if you get grabbed, you've still got time to continue here. And then you want to run through that corridor, through that door, and grab that flash grenade that's on the table as you come through. And head straight down the corridor and head through this door right here. And we're going to poison the plant to get the first death mask now. Here we go, we use that. And we want to turn this pump to the red side, which is the first option available. So if you just mash use or the action button, you'll get through that just by mashing. And that'll kill the plant. Get rid of that guy and then head to the back of this area to grab the first death mask. Kind of, I don't know, your character just kind of stands there looking at that for a few seconds before they'll pick it up, which is kind of annoying. Especially when you're on a time limit. If I wasn't on the time limit, I wouldn't mind. We've got like 3 or 4 minutes to do this before Richard dies and we can't get the shotgun. But anyway, coming out of that room, heading around that hallway with the zombies jumping out, and we need to go into the second door on your right, down this corridor. And there's a zombie in this closet that we need to click on to get him out. Once he comes out, just run at him and use the grenade if you have to. I tried to go for the cheeky dodge, but it wasn't working for me, so he got a grenade in his mouth. I think the other guy might have grabbed me too. Yeah. And this was a slow time for me. Easiest way to get that done is to just run at the guy and shove the grenade in his mouth. And then stick to the far wall on the way out to avoid the other zombie that walks in. I tried to get too cheeky there, and I paid the price. If you literally just run at him, you'll stuff that grenade in his mouth and then have enough time to get around the other zombie as well. But either way, when you come out of that room, you want to stick to the far wall to head out of the door and then end up in the original zombie corridor and just go through the door opposite, and you'll end up here in the dining room. And now we're heading back to the main hall to get back to Richard and Rebecca and heal that bugger. It was actually quite slow heal, to be honest. You can do that a lot faster. But just goes to show that you can still get this done if you're a little bit sloppy like I was. And even though we've been bitten... Did we get bitten twice or once there? I think we might have gotten bitten twice. And we're still in good condition, so it just goes to show how easy this mode is. You do slow down a lot once you get to... I think it's... Caution Orange condition? You really do slow down. But either way, skip this cutscene and you'll be transported back to where we got the serum. And once that's done, you can head back into the room to not only get yourself healed, but you need to stash an item away. Using this character model, which is a little mod that I found lying about the place. Master Chief slaps Rebecca around. Always like to do that. But also get yourself back to top health.
Thanks.
And we need to use the item box quickly to just stash away this yellow key. We've got a lot of stuff in the item box already that we can use. By the end of this run, it's going to be absolutely stashed full of items. But like I said, I wanted to try and find extra and get extra med items just in case you guys got stuck or hurt or something. So, when we come out of that room, we're going to head up the stairs, and we got this zombie chilling in the hallway now. And we've got to get past him, and the easiest way to do that is just to lower him onto the stairs. So, you can go for a dodge if you like, or just try and run past him, or take the grab, it's up to you. But the nice and safe way is just to lower these two zombies onto the stairs and mash that run button to get past them, so that we can go around this way to get back to the room that's above the dining room and back towards the main hall, because now we're going back to the room where we just saved Richard, which is kind of stupid because we were just there, but whatever. I guess Rebecca needed our help moving injured Richard, but now that we have saved him, we'll get that assault shotgun, which will make this run so much easier. come through this door, and then we're going to head to the opposite door this way. I've just been here a minute ago, into the same room that we've been in already, on the right. We've got to go back and forth another time right here. Once we get an item, we've got to go back downstairs and then back up here again. But there's now a zombie in this room after you've saved Richard. If you just head around that pillar, he's really easy to dodge. Probably the easiest zombie to dodge in the game. And you've also got a zombie that's chilling in this tight hallway here. And to get around him easily, you can use a dodge if you want, but the easiest way is just to lower him onto these stairs and then run around him. Head over to the back corner here, and there's another flash grenade. You need to de-equip this grenade by going into your inventory and just selecting your defensive items and unequipping it. That way you won't use it if you get unfortunately grabbed by a zombie, and we can save it for a boss fight that's coming up, and it just completely makes that boss fight so much easier, like 100 times easier if you've got that grenade. So we're going to come into this room, push this bookshelf out of the way, and there's a zombie in here. We're going to walk into that room and run back out of it to lure him into this room. And you've got an extra handgun magazine in the corner on the table. We're going to combine that with the handgun. So we've got a full clip and equip the handgun. I forgot to do it there, but shoot this guy in the face is pretty much what I want to say. I think I popped his head. Or did he just die? Let's see. Is he dead? No. But now he's dead. No head pop, I guess, but either way. Once you've killed that guy, you'll need to use the lighter on the candlestick over here. This is an item that Chris has instead of the lockpick. But when you do that, a zombie's going to walk into the room. You want to quickly run into this room the zombie was in, which probably stinks because that guy's been trapped in there. Grab the musical score. Ah, there was the head pop. And right now I know it looks like I'm having a seizure or something, but I'm just wasting the ammo so that we can free up the slot. Because we need to have 2 slots left and we don't need that much handgun ammo at all. We've got a bunch in the item box and we've got more than we need to get this next part done. So any you've got left, waste, and just make sure you've got a full clip, and you need to have 2 item slots to go and do this next part. If you've only got one, if your inventory is full at this point, you won't be good to go. Once you've picked up the musical score, you should have 1 slot free, basically, is what I want to say. Okay, so this way. Back to the main hall, back down the stairs, and into the dining hall. We've got another zombie to dodge in this hallway. Again, make sure you haven't got the defense grenade equipped, because you don't want to waste that grenade. You do need it. It's not a thing where you might think you can possibly get through something. Makes the run, or well, the first real boss fight you have 100 times easier. So make sure you have it de-equipped. Now we're in this hallway. We need to get past this zombie, the zombie we encountered first. The way to get that dodge is actually pretty difficult. That's one of the more difficult dodges to get. So you want to stick to the left side of the wall and approach him until you're pretty close, relatively close, and then baby step forward and baby step backwards to try and get him to lunge at you. Once he lunges, sort of move back a little bit and then run around him. It may be easier, especially in this mode, just to take the bite. But either way, once we get into this room, grab the other half of the musical score after pushing that bookcase out of the way, combine them, and then use them on the piano. Skip this cutscene and we need to let Rebecca practice. And Chris tells Rebecca not to do anything crazy or something like that. I don't know exactly what he thinks she's going to get up to. Maybe Rebecca's a secret meth addict or something. We're going to head this way, stick to the right side of the hallway there, and you should get around that zombie nice and easy. I think he can stick to his left or his right. Just don't head straight into him, or you might screw yourself over. When we get back into the dining room, grab the emblem from above the fireplace, and we're going to head back to the main hall just to give Rebecca enough time to practice. Apparently this is all the time she needs. We're going to go out here, turn it around, and come back. and just go back there, so we have to dodge that zombie one more time. So again, you sort of need to take baby steps towards him, and then when he gets close, don't necessarily hold back, but just sort of mash it a little bit and sort of take baby steps backwards. And then when he goes for the lunge, that's kind of when you need to hold it to move back fully. It's definitely a difficult dodge to get. Almost went the wrong way there. You might see what I mean right now. See, I'm not moving back at a full pace. But sometimes he just doesn't go for the lunge, or I just can't, and yeah, I can never get that one quite right myself. But he shouldn't do that much damage anyway on this mode. It's not really a problem. If you've never played this before...
Chris!
skip the cutscene. Open the door for me, Rebecca. We're going to take this gold emblem and use the rusty emblem to open the door back up. But yeah, if you've never played this before, you might wonder why I'm not just killing the zombies. And there's a couple of weird mechanics with the zombies in this game. If you kill them, you have to use the canteen with kerosene in it to burn them, or else they come back as stronger, more powerful zombies, basically. So the aim of this run is basically to not kill that many, so we're not littering the hallways with stronger, more powerful zombies. Because there's a lot of back and forth in this, as you might have already seen. So, yeah, you want to make it as easy as possible on yourself, and that's kind of what that achieves. Right, so now we're back in the main hall. We want to use the gold emblem and put it in above the fireplace so that the clock pops open. And we can go mess with the gears to get the next key that we need. And solution to this puzzle is on the side on the painting. It's displayed by the direction the guys are stabbing each other or something, I think. But you just want to turn the large gear to the left twice. Here we go. And no. And then the clock should ring, move out of the way, and reveal a key. And once again, we're going to go back up to where we found Richard and Rebecca earlier. We've been kind of back and forth from that area, but the good news is we're on our way to getting the death masks. We're very close to having all of those and going and doing this sort of first boss fight that you have to deal with. So, going up the stairs here, and we're heading to the right side to go through this door over here and back through that same door we've been through a bunch of times. This one. So, we want to head to the left here and avoid that zombie once again. You got 3 herbs on the floor if you're feeling hurt or you're wounded. So now, we're going to use the key we just got on the door that's at the top of these stairs. And that's the only use for this key, so throw that one away. Make sure you discard it. You don't want to hold on to it. Or any items where the game asks you to discard them. And when you run into this room, you'll get a cutscene with Yawn the giant snake. When you gain control of Chris, as soon as you gain control, just quick turn and run into this back corner. Grab the death mask, and then you want to leave along the outside wall. When you're there, Yawn won't be able to bite you, so you'll just sort of kick him in the face as you run out of the room. And he won't be able to do anything to you, so kind of an easy encounter. You don't have to kill him. But yeah, now we're leaving. Around this pillar one more time. Let's go. We got 2 of the death masks. Let's go get the other 2 and then go and deal with the first real boss fight we have, which is the Elder Crimson Head. And there's no zombies in this hallway. Usually there's 2 zombies in this hallway. You've got to get around heading back this way, but on this mode there's no zombies here. Nice and easy. And you'll come into this room with some suits of armor that you need to push in a certain order to block the vents in the wall, so that when you press the switch it doesn't fill the room with gas that kills you. And the order is top right, bottom left, bottom right, and then the other one should push itself in on its own. Like so. So earlier on I was talking about zombies coming back as more powerful. Zombies that can kill you quicker, and generally they run a lot faster as well. We're about to go and fight one of those. first boss fight we have to do is one of those. And usually they're really not fun to fight. So we need to press the two halves switches that look like half of a heart, those two, to open this up and get us another mask. So that's 3 of the 4 masks, and we're about to go and get the last one. Let's head out of here. And we're going to follow this corridor that we end up on out of this door. Around to the side, back where we've already been. So this guy, I think, has burst through the hallway now. And I think this is the last time we come here. But I decided to just try and run around him. I was going to shoot him there, but I got the dodge too, but I turned around instead of running around him. I'm pretty sure you don't come back here. So you're free to kill that guy if you want to. If you want to shoot him, I just go ahead. I just ran around him in the end. But if you stick to the far wall in this whole area, you'll avoid both of those zombies. So right here you'll see the doorknob says it's about to fall apart. The first time you use this doorway after it says that, it breaks and you can't go back through that direction. When you go through, we're heading into this door. Be quick about it because there's a couple of zombies in that hallway you want to avoid. But we work it out so that we only use that that door once, and it gets fixed a little later in the run. So we're going to press the yellow stained window from this side to turn it to orange, and then we're going to head round to the other side to turn the one that is yellow. I think this one's green, and the other one we need to do is purple. So there we go. And this one. That'll turn purple. Very good. And we're going to press the switch that's underneath this stained glass window to open up this wall. And the last mask is on the floor right there, but we need to free up a slot in the inventory, so we're going to use the old key on this gate to do that. And then we can grab this mask. And that's all of them. Now we just need to go and put them in place and deal with the Crimson Head. Good times. So, we're going to head down where we used the head of the golden arrow earlier, which is down here. And we need to use the mask with no eyes right here. And the one with no features here, I think. Which is that one. And then the nose mask is next, and the mouth mask is on the far right. I'm not close enough to the thing though. I'm not standing in the right place. Kind of awkward at times. There we go. Strategic repositioning. And yeah, this one's the mouth. Right, so the coffin's going to drop in, and you want to make sure you've got the defense grenade equipped now, because we're going to blow this guy's head off with a grenade. Makes life a lot easier. These are what the normal zombies become when you leave them on the floor for a while. They're a lot more powerful. This one will start walking at you right here, but they usually run really fast. But this one always walks at you at first. Equip the handgun if you want to try and shoot him a bit to get him to run at you. You don't want him to slash you, but you want him to grab you. If he does slash you though, you shouldn't really take too much damage on this mode. Get that grenade in his mouth, and then blow his freaking head off. Without that grenade, that fight is so damn difficult. Because every time you try to turn at those guys, they'll usually catch up to you before you can take a shot. So without that grenade, you kind of need the shotgun to fight them. And we didn't have the shotgun. Or at least to make the fight easy. There is an achievement in this game for completing the game without using defense items. And only using the knife. Which we did a while back on the channel, but that was a long time ago. It is that fight with only the knife is absolutely horrible. More than likely the hardest fight in the game. So grab those shotgun shells on the other side of the gate as you come up. And we're going to head back through the crow room. now that we have the stone and metal object, which is this way, and back into that hallway the zombies just burst through, unfortunately. But there is a way to get past this zombie we need to get past. Kind of run forward a couple of steps and then back up, and he should go for the lunge. You only really want to run about 2 steps and then back up, and then he'll lunge at you, giving you an easy pass to get past him. Come into this hallway, run all the way around, and we're going to try and be quick here to use the stone and metal object here, which will unlock the door to our right, because there's a dog that gets released into this area, and there he is. We want to be quick so that we can get out of there before he gets a grab on us. So we'll end up in here, and the shotgun shells on the floor, which are always good to grab. And there's a grenade on the shelf right here. And a first aid spray if you want that too. De-equip the grenades though, because we're going to save those for tricky zombies that cause us problems a little later. So, when we get to here, we're going to need to follow the path around. You're not in any danger here for the moment. And we need to stop these weather vanes. This first one needs to be stopped on west. I'm pretty sure I messed up a bunch of times here, and I kept stopping it too late or too early. But either way, you need to stop it on west. It's annoying because you have to wait for the dog heads to move. But if you do wait long enough, they really slow down, and you can see there, I tried to press it on west, but it went on south. So we're stuck here till I get this right, goddammit. I got it wrong again. I remember cursing myself out doing this. Hey, that should be an achievement on its own. So when you finally get it stopped on west, say no to pressing the switch again, and there's another one we gotta do here, which we have to stop on north, but luckily it was going really slowly that time. Wasn't too much for my little brain to handle. And when you've got those in the right place, facing away from the gates like that, it'll unlock the gate so you can go through. So through we go. Into the graveyard. Okay, so all the way through here, don't worry about the crows, just keep running through the gate. And you'll hear Lisa moaning in the distance. When you gain control, just keep running forward. So it's a good idea to remember the layout of these sort of tree-ish areas, because there's a zombie in that one we just passed. There's a zombie on the way back. So just try to get the lay of the land as you run through, because on this run through you're safe, so you can go back and forward a couple of times and look if you like. But on the way back there's a zombie, and he's not particularly hard to dodge, but you can easily run into him by accident as the camera angle changes. So just be aware. And we'll come into the cabin that's here, run all the way through it to get to near where the item box is. Jump down this ledge, and there's a crank on this or in this corner right here. We're going to turn around, head back, hop up onto this ledge, back the way we just came. I put the handgun away here because you don't actually need it anymore. We're not too far from when we get the shotgun, although you don't really need to put the handgun away there. You can hold on to it for a moment if you like. So you'll hear Lisa enter the shack, and then she's going to knock us out, which is not really fun. We'll wake up next to the fireplace. It's pretty creepy. So she's kind of difficult to dodge in this situation. You want to take a couple of steps towards her to get her to start swinging at you, and then just back up. Like that. But she has like a... There's a lot of frames in her swing that will hurt you. And like you see there, she finished the swing, or it looked like she'd finished the swing, and I moved forward, and she still hit me. So you might want to wait a little longer than I did to get past her, even though I did a good job of initiating the swing. I didn't dodge it properly. So now we're heading back, and there's a zombie on this pathway now. I think in the next camera angle, yeah, there he is. So you want to sort of maneuver in between those trees. You can just easily get grabbed as you pass him through. So be careful. And we're going to keep heading through this way to get through these double gates. And back to where we came from. And here we go. Keep following this path around. You're in no danger in this area at all. No surprise zombies. And we're going to head all the way back up. Back into this room. Now that we have the crank, we can go and drain the water in the area that's up ahead. Which is up these stairs and opposite the way we came in. This way. Getting stuck on stuff. There we go. So, when you skip this cutscene, just keep running forward, and you should be good to just run past the dogs, so that you can get up these stairs and go through this gate. Literally just run straight at them. And we'll come to the pool that we need to drain, so head over to this little box over here on the side and use the crank to drain the water. You'll get a cutscene when you're done cranking, which we can skip. And we can hear the sound of a waterfall in the distance. Right. I don't actually think we've healed yet. Or have we? I don't know. I think, oh yeah, we used Rebecca, and I think we might have used the growing herbs as well. But now that we've drained this water, we're going to climb down the ladder and then up on the opposite side. Follow this path around across the little bridge here. And into the elevator. Heading down. We can start heading towards the residence that's in this area. So when you get off the elevator, head out along this way. I want to be quick there to avoid the crows. If you just head straight along the way you need to go, they shouldn't bother you, and when you come back they're not there either. There's a red herb on the floor there if you want to grab that. You don't really need to, there's plenty of heals along the way, but if you want to throw it into the item box for later, I wouldn't blame you. It's not dangerous to grab it or anything, but you need to be quick through the rest of this path just because there's snakes and you don't want to get poisoned. Although there's a bunch of blue herbs in this cabin, so if you do get poisoned, you can save yourself. When you come into here, you want to push this box over the gap over this hole in the floor. Not sure if that's in the right place. Oh no, it looks like it's in the right place. Yeah, we're good. And we'll push it in right here, over that gap in the floor, so that we can hop over in a minute. But first, we're going to go into these double doors. And there's spiders in this room, so you need to be quick maneuvering around to get the item in here. So it's going to come over the door, which is pretty creepy. And we're going to run down here, down these stairs. Shotgun shots on the table there for you to grab. And we need the first aid box that's right there, and the red book as well. The first aid box has a blue herb mixed with a green herb, so if you get poisoned by the spider, or a little later you have that, I like to keep that on me when I'm running around these areas, because there's a good chance you might get poisoned by the spiders or the snakes on the way back. So it's a good idea to carry one of those. And then we're going to head into here, which is the save room. But I'm just going to grab the flash grenade and put a couple of things in the item box. There's a first aid spray on the floor there too. There we go. I didn't actually want the ink ribbon, I wanted the grenade that's next to it. But I decided to go ahead and stash all this stuff away. There's that first aid box that we don't need for the moment because we've got past the spiders that can poison us. And put the crank away, and that mansion key can stay in the item box as well now. There's the flash grenade, first aid spray, which we've got a bunch of now. Let's go put that one in the box. Still got that mixed herb. I've got one in the box already, that first aid box, and I know I'm going to find more as well, but like I said, I just wanted to make a nice and easy run for people to follow if they're struggling with this. They've got plenty of extra heals and whatnot. So now we're going to hop over the box that we pushed a little earlier to head over this way to get the residence key we need to open the door that's behind us right now. So follow the corridor here, and we're going to go to room 002, which is just at the end, right there. And when you get into this room, you're going to need to run into the bathroom that's on the right hand of the scene immediately. And when you get in here, you'll hear a door close behind you after you enter, which is a zombie entering the room. There it was right there. So we'll go back out here, and there's now going to be a zombie chilling in this hallway, but we just grabbed the flash grenade, so we're going to shove that in his mouth just to get rid of him nice and easy. Just turn into the room and run in, and he should get a grab on you. Stuff that grenade in his mouth, and then we're just going to turn and leave this room, because we will need to come back here in a minute. And that zombie's definitely in the way of what we need to get done. So keep going, and all the way back the way we came, back over that box we pushed, so that we can unlock a door that's opposite the safe room. So, over these boxes. Let's go. And we can now unlock this door. Nice. You can just run over the hole in the floor, but you'll get grabbed by a tentacle and have to shake it off. In this mode, I don't imagine it does a lot of damage, but, you know, it does do some. So now we're going to go into the bathroom that's on the right as we enter this room. Once you get in here, you need to drain the bathtub again. Bathtub's full of dirty water everywhere, mate. Let that drain, and it will say there's something inside the bathtub. We're going to grab that. It's the control room key. We're going to head back out of this area and back to the room we were just in. Another area with lots of back and forth, of course. So back out of this room, and we need to hop over that box again. Let's go. Right over here. Okay. Now we have that control room key. We can use it to get into the control room, funnily enough. We're going to go this way and back into room 002. But yeah, now that we have that, we can push these bookshelves out of the way and actually continue with where we need to go. After that little back and forth, that zombie that was in here is now dead, so I mean, you can see how tight this room is. It's definitely difficult to get around him. Push these bookshelves out of the way. This one didn't want to move, apparently. There we go. Alright. Very good. Down the ladder. And we've got to come down here and make a box bridge. You'll see boxes lining the hallway, and you need to push this one along. Just to the end of the wall, though, you need to leave yourself enough space to squeeze through, because you don't want to push it all the way along or you won't be able to get to the other boxes. You'll have to head back out and reset the room, and you don't want to do that. It's a time waste. Head to this box at the front, push that one first. All the way down this hallway and into the water. I feel like every time I do this, it feels like it takes forever. I've actually commentated all the way through this game 3 times in the last few days, which is a little bit repetitive and boring, but I've seen a lot of runs for this game where people have done like invisible enemy mode, on hard, no saves, no damage and stuff like that, and I get that it will help people figure out the route that they've got to take with items and stuff like that. But not everybody knows the game that well, including myself. I mean, I know the route and stuff pretty damn well, but when it comes to dodging enemies and stuff like that, it's so easy to get hit. So trying to do 7 achievements in one run, I don't know, isn't always the way forward for everybody, you know what I mean? Like, most people will do a few runs to get this done. And I couldn't really find many walkthroughs that sort of did stuff safely. Everyone was going for the best time they possibly could. And I just feel like in general, if people are going for achievements, I don't really care, you know, if it takes 15 seconds longer. They just want to get it done without having to restart it all because they died or something, you know what I mean? But anyway, when we've made that box bridge, we're going to come into this room and get a cutscene, skip that cutscene, and then we're going to have to avoid these sharks along this walkway. If you stay kind of central as you run along this walkway, you should be good to avoid the sharks, although they might get a cheeky grab on your ankles, which is annoying, but it shouldn't do that much damage. They don't insta-kill you or anything, so don't worry about it too much. And then we're going to use the control room key on this door, discard the key after you've used it, because that is the only use for that key. And then we're going to go down the ladder that's over here on the left side of this scene, all the way down. We have to do the puzzle that's in this room. First of all, we want to press the switch. Not this one, the one that's straight ahead of you right here with the big window in front of it. And when you do that, the shark's going to get angry and smash.
Emergency,
right there.
Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected. Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety.
When he does that, you want to press the switch that's on the right side. Press the switch and it'll release the safety. Turn it around and press or pull the lever that's on the opposite side. Get that done, and the shutter's going to jam. So we need to mess with the machine that's in the back corner of this area, which is over this way. And this number's random, it can be any of them, I think. So if it doesn't work for you first time, like it didn't for me here, just try another number. It will say nothing happened, and just go again. Obviously you've only got 3 options, so it shouldn't take you too long. You do have enough time to try them all, so when you've done that and the shutter goes back up, come back over and press this button that's on the right side again, and then pull the lever that's on the opposite side of that, and that should bring down the shutters fully, which completes this puzzle. It's kind of a confusing puzzle if you don't know what you're doing, to be honest, because there's not really a solution for it other than you just figuring it out. Pressing buttons and pulling levers and messing with oil pressure machines. Once you've done that though, drain the water, which is the switch you pressed originally as you came in, and now we can leave. We're going to go and get that assault shotgun that I promised you a little bit earlier. So, through this door that we can now open, and we want to head through these double doors over here. And run through here, and the shotgun's going to be next to this dead shark, or currently suffocating shark. Not having a great day, but that's what they get for trying to bite me, I guess. We're going to come along here next to the big ass shark and hop up this ledge, and then we need to try and grab this key. The shark's going to get PO'd, knock it into the water, and then once that's happened, we're going to push this box into the water. Pull this switch to make some fried fish. And he is done for. So now we can hop into the water and get that key that he knocked in, which is right there. Grab that, and then we're heading back out of this room and back to the residence now that we've got this key. Back past currently suffocating shark. Sorry dude, kind of feel bad, but not really. And now we're heading through the double gated doors that are here, next to the door we came through first. And then we want to head up the ladder that's in the back of this area to get back to that hallway where we made a bridge of boxes. So up we go through this, and back the way you came. Back to this ladder. So now that we have that key, we can open a room to get, basically work towards getting another key to open a door that's in that room, and then go and fight a boss after solving a couple of puzzles. So now that we're done, we're going to head back this way, into this door, discard the key, and there's bees in this room that won't sting you if you just keep moving towards where you need to go, but if you stop and hang around, they'll attack you, so be careful. Head over to this corner where there's a dead guy holding an insecticide spray. We're going to take that, and then we're going to head back out of this room to the hallway that we were just in. So all the way up here, and take the map of the residence back out there, and it's going to leave a hole in the wall for you to spray the insecticide through, so just go ahead and use that. Selected the wrong item there. And that will kill off all the bees. So, back into that room now, where we can grab the key that's at the end of that hallway where that dead guy was. Off we go. Keep following this around, and to the end here, where there's a key for you to grab. Very good, very good. Just keep going, and then we're going to go into room 003, use the residence key, discard that key, and once we're in here, we've got another puzzle to solve, and then we can fight Plant 42. Don't know why I'm equipping the shotgun now, but whatever. Why not, I guess. There's also a typewriter in this room if you want to save it. So we'll take that book out and use the red book, and we need to reorder these books to form a quote-unquote pattern. I'm sure you'll find, if you look closely, they are titties. But anyway, you need to move the far left one along with one of those books in there somewhere. Follow the pattern. You should be able to see what I did. I can't remember which one I switched it with. Let's go. It's an easy reorder anyway. You can kind of just figure it out just by looking. And then we're going to go through this door that gets revealed when we've done that. And then we're going to go over to the left side and head up the stairs here. And we got to fight Plant 42, which sounds pretty gross. When you hear that noise, it means the Plant 42 has sort of exposed its weak spot. You're going to have to listen to it during this fight. You want to stand pretty much where I am. And listen for that noise. I'll try and be quiet for a second in this second half of the fight. When you get this cutscene, it means you're about halfway through the fight. No, use some meds. Just listen for that noise anyway. That noise. You sort of hear it. Keep shooting whenever you hear that noise. 4 or 5 shots and then stop. Need to wait for that noise again. There it is. And he's done, son. Right, so now that that guy's dead, we're going to head back down the stairs and grab the key that's in the fireplace. Right there. So now we have to head back to the mansion to get the battery and a couple of other things as well. Off we go. So skip this cutscene with Rebecca, and you've got a red herb on the side here outside of that door that you can combine with the green herb you have to make a mixed herb. Save yourself an item slot as well. We are stocking up on them med items, man. So now we're going to go back. You don't have to go just yet, but we need to retrieve the crank in a little while because we need to use it again, but I'm pretty sure we don't grab it now. all the item boxes are linked, so I can just grab it later. When you skip that cutscene, you'll need to turn around to go through the correct door. You're sort of headed in the right direction, and then Wesker leaves you facing the wrong direction, so I don't know. Cheers, Wesker. And now that we've killed Plant 42, you can just run over the gap in the floor, but for some reason I'm still climbing over boxes. I'm trying to keep myself safe. Like wearing water wings in a swimming pool. A shallow swimming pool. And then we're going to go back into the safe room here. If you're not going for the no saves, for some reason, you can save it here if you like, but I'm not allowed to because this is for that... What's the achievement called? Ink is for Squids, I think. And, oh, I did take the crank back here, okay. And, let's go. I didn't actually need to do that, but it doesn't really matter. Not a problem. So when you're doing this on very easy, there are blue herbs growing in an area near here, but you might find anyway that when running past the snakes and stuff, you don't really risk getting poisoned on this mode. I feel like it takes more bites for them to actually poison you. We'll see anyway. I'm not sure if I got poisoned in this run or not. Either way, we did have that blue and green mixed herb from earlier, if you need it. That's in the item box. So now, we're going to head back down this elevator. Be quick because there's dogs here in this area. Yeah, there's the herbs. There's blue herbs growing right there. If you do get poisoned. So, after this elevator ride, even though you have to backtrack on yourself, you can always come back and quickly heal yourself. Try it again, see if you can do it without being poisoned. Or you could kill the snakes. That's not a bad idea. Kill the snakes, go and heal yourself, and then you'll be good to go. But we were good. I got bitten once and we didn't get poisoned, so good times. There's also a blue herb in this little courtyard with the dogs that we're about to run through. Right here in this room. Or this area. They're on the right side. And you've probably run past them a couple of times already. Should be able to see them just here. Just there on the floor on the right. So if you are poisoned by this point, you can always grab those. This dog wanted a bite. Definitely. We're going back to these double doors over here anyway. If you're feeling annoyed at those dogs, you could probably shotgun them if you wanted to at this point. When we come back here, we'll find more shotgun shells, 2 first aid sprays, and another flash grenade. Which is insane. The amount of heals is just stupid. I think I just used one here, or maybe I carried it with me, I'm not sure. Oh, taking them both, taking them both. Maybe I went to the item box and stashed them away, I'm pretty sure I did. I think we have to go that way anyway, so it's not going to hurt. Extra heals, man, you see what I mean about this mode? There's just heals everywhere, and nothing does that much damage, so I don't know. It's crazy. Playing wearing stabilizers or something. So when you get to this point, the hunters are going to spawn. And it's up to you if you want to kill this one here. You can kill it a little later, but I chose to kill it here just to get it out of the way. Bam. Use that lock on. Get out of my face, hunter. Now he's dead. Let's reload. And we're going to head through this door, which will lead us to the item box room. It's always satisfying killing hunters, because they're super annoying enemies. We're going to come down here. There's going to be another hunter right here. Might as well keep the shotgun equipped if you want. That one actually died in one shot. And he looks like he's got a herb growing out of his mouth. Lol. So, now, we're going to head to the item box. First of all, reload the shotgun, of course. Why not? De-equip it so we can move a little bit faster. Put these first aid kit things away. Get rid of them. More there's 2 more first aid sprays on the floor in here. God damn. So many first aid sprays. Between these 2 rooms, we've just got 4. It's like an insane amount. Just wonder how bad someone has to be to actually struggle through this mode. I mean, look how many meds I've got. We've used 1, I think. Jesus. Like, surely easy is easy enough, but whatever, I'll take it. I'm going for an achievement run, I'm not bothered. So, we're going to head up here, and we need to head this way now. Usually there's 2 hunters in this corridor, but I guess on this mode there's only 1. And we only shot him once to kill him as well, that's funny. And we're going to come into this door. There's 3 herbs on the floor there, Jesus. I'm pretty sure there's only usually a red herb there, but it's crazy. We're going to come into this room, which will lead us into this puzzle where we need to move this statue. So push the statue from this side all the way down the middle of this room. All the way through. And make sure you don't get yourself stuck on the other side of the statue for whatever reason, because you will die. The only way back out will be to push the statue back out, and then the walls will crush you, so yeah, it's not a good situation. We're going to head in here and press this switch. It's on the other side of that wall that's closing in, and then we're going to need to quickly run back out, back into here, and then run to the right side of the statue to push it into place. And that'll stop the walls and open up the panel in the wall that is beside us. When you come through here, there's a defense dagger. Oh no, it's a flash grenade on very easy, Jesus. It's usually a defense dagger, but I'll take another flash grenade, not complaining. Let's go down this hole and grab the last book, volume 1. And then we're going to press this button that is in this tombstone. We'll get a collectible first for George Trevor or something. Anyway, press the switch, heading down. And when you get down here, this hallway is full of spiders, but if you just run the same route that I do, you can completely avoid them all. They shouldn't do any damage to you and be no bother whatsoever, so just be quick. And then you'll come through into this room. This room has 2 zombies in it. You got a couple of options here. You can either use your shotgun to get rid of these 2 zombies. We've got 30 bullets, so we've got absolutely loads to use if we need to. Or we can use the defense items. I chose the shotgun because why the F not? And then we're going to pull the switch that's around this corner. And try and take out the other zombie that was there too. Reload the shotgun, why not? Sort of taking my time doing this. Okay. And we're going to go through here. And in this room there's another zombie that's in our way. We only come to this place once, so we don't need to worry about killing these guys and them coming back or anything like that. Just go and blow them to pieces. There we go. And we're going to open this up. Use that elevator. Might as well keep the shotgun equipped at this point because we've got to use it again in a second. So, up the elevator. And once we come out, there's going to be a zombie chilling right around the corner. Shotgun him however you prefer. I wanted to take his face off, so that's exactly what I did. De-equip the shotgun because we don't need that right now. And we're going to head into this room which has the battery in it. And more shotgun ammo. There's like another 6 on the floor, and there's also revolver bullets there, or magnum bullets. Although we're not using the magnum for this run. It's kind of difficult to get and it just wastes time. As long as you've got the shotgun, all is well. Flash grenade on the floor, always useful to grab those. Grab the battery that's on the side right there, and then we're going to head out of this room. So, now we're going to head this way around the corner to get to this door. And we're going to unlock this door right now. And we're back in that hallway that has the crimson head and the one zombie in it. There's no zombie there because he doesn't spawn in this mode, but we have the grenades. I also have the shotgun. It's up to you if you want to kill these guys. I think this is the last time we come. I think we come through here one more time and it's straight after this. So if you want to kill these zombies, you've got plenty of shotgun ammo to do that. I don't know where the other zombie is. Where is he? Isn't there another zombie there usually too? I guess not. Fill up that shotgun, de-equip it, and now we're going to have to go and fight Yawn. I think at this point, by the way, I had to waste a bunch of shotgun ammo. So if you can get to an item box room and put the crank away for the moment, and you're not too worried about going back to grab it after this fight, you can save yourself a bunch of shotgun ammo. But you don't need to do it, to be honest. You can waste a lot of it and still get a lot more to do everything that we need throughout this run. It's not a struggle at all. But yeah, I ended up having to waste some, which sucks. When you come through here and this cutscene plays with Yawn, as soon as you gain control, take 2 shots with Yawn and run away. The dog's going crazy. Run away and jump down these steps, and then this camera angle will trigger. As soon as it triggers, use the shotgun and just keep pumping shots into Yawn. Keep shooting him until he dies. And he'll knock the other... is it the last book? Or lost book? I think it's last. Here you can see I've got 14 extra shots, and because I'm carrying the crank, which was a mistake, I can't pick up the book. So I was kind of thinking for a minute here, what should I do? Should I go to an item box or waste 14 bullets? I think I just voted for the 14 bullets in the end, because I needed to make that space. But like I said, you have plenty of shots. Actually, I was thinking about it here. I was like, item box, I should... screw it. I'm just going to waste the bullets. Let's just pump them into the air over here. Feels like a massive waste, and it is 14, but never mind. If you've got the time, head back to the item box and put them away. It's up to you. What a waste, man. Four more. Alright. Finally, there we go. Luckily for us, we won't be needing the shotgun that much after this part, for a while at least, and there's plenty more shotgun ammo along the way. The problem is at the moment we're carrying the last books, which we don't need right now, but we definitely do later. We're going to go and put those in an item box in a second. Literally, if I would have gone to the item box here to put those, I probably would have put the last books away. Coming back here would literally just be like a back and forward, so it's not really worth the time. And like I said, if I was in dire need of those shotgun shells, I would have kept them definitely. But we really don't need them. So, back this way. And back into this hallway. Which should be clear now. I think we killed the Crimson Head in here and I couldn't see the other zombie. I don't know where he is. So I guess this hallway's clear for us now. But we're just going to go into this doorway. And that will bring us back here. And we need to unlock this door now with the mansion key so that we can get the jewel. But I forgot again that my inventory was full. So I think I've got to make a trip to the item box, which is just down the stairs next to us. I ended up setting up this room first though, I think. You've got a defense dagger in the corner of the room. And this is probably the point where I was like, oh yeah, I haven't got the space for anything. I'm going to have to leave. But don't worry, we're not in any danger getting to this item box. It's in the same area we're in. So it's nice and convenient by this point if you are full and you need to put some stuff away. It's just down these stairs. Down the stairs and into this room. We want to put the last books away because we don't need them for this point. And there's an item box right next to the area where we do need them. So let's put those away. Safe in the item box. And away we go. Good times. So now we need to go back up the stairs and into that room we just unlocked. All the way up. And in here. And the red jewel is in here. We need to, after that, go get the jewelry box as well. Make sure the light is off when you come into the room. Again, there's that defense dagger in the corner if you want it. And then we need to push this box, or I don't know, what is it, a dresser? I'm not sure. Push it into the corner either way. More shotgun shells there you can grab. See, we're already replenishing the shotgun shells, man. And then you need to run to the far side of the room and run into the corner and stick with the wall that the eagle is looking at you from. I messed up and ended up jumping off that box there. If you head into this corner where the defense dagger was, then just follow this wall along, hop up on this box, and you can get the jewel out of the deer's eye then. Very nice. So, now we're going to go and use this mansion key one more time, which will allow us to discard it and make an extra slot in the inventory for the item we need to pick up. And we're going to go back this way to get to the room that's above the dining hall. And in this area now there are 2 hunters, but the one that we're going to run past has his back to us, so just stick to the left. I mean, you can use the shotgun to kill him if you want. Oh wait, no hunters? They're no... Okay, very easy. No hunter there. Good times. Easy money. Back into the main hall, and we want to go down the stairs to go and use the key on this door that's on the left of the door we used much earlier in the run. Okay, discard that key. Make sure you discard it because you need the inventory space. And now we're in here. We're going to follow this path along to get to this door that's at the back down here. In we go. And there's a zombie in this room that's sort of just stuck in here circling around. But if you wait here for a couple of seconds, he'll shuffle towards you and you can get around him. But as we've got the extra ammo, it doesn't hurt just to shotgun him in the face, you know what I mean? He's a really easy zombie to dodge, but why not kill him just because we can? Put the jewel in this jewelry box that you pick up in this room, and you'll have to solve this puzzle. And the easiest way to do this for me is to take this piece and rotate it and put it at the bottom. And try to leave enough space on the right side. You can sort of see the lines. You'll see what I mean in a second when I put the third piece in. This bit goes on the top after you've rotated it a couple of times. Again, you can sort of see where it has to be for the other pieces to fit in. Yeah, you want to kind of just judge it by the lines of this piece to make putting those first 2 pieces in a bit easier, because this puzzle can be a little bit fiddly at times. Then we got this piece that goes on the left here. Just make sure you're leaving enough space for this final piece that goes in the middle. There we go. Good times. And we get the brooch. Changed into a key. And now it's an emblem key. Okay. So, let's back out here. Combine the shotgun shells with the shotgun to get a full clip. There's a defense dagger on the floor and a green herb there as well. There's also blue herbs growing in this room. If you get poisoned at any point after unlocking this area, you can always come back here and heal yourself of poison if you haven't got any blue herbs. So now we're heading out of here. And now that we've done that, we need to head back upstairs and out of this door that's at the top. We're going to go back through the crow room and back to the residence sort of area so we can put the battery in that one elevator. So through here we go, through the gate to the crow room. And once that's done, all the way through here. I kind of like how the crows are friendly if you solve the puzzle. So they're just kind of like, yeah, this guy gets it. He solved the puzzle. We won't peck his eyes out or whatever. Nice crows. Cheers, crows. Appreciate it. And we're going to head back through this gate. All the way along here, back through this door that we unlocked earlier with the stone and metal object. Let's go. And straight through the door that's opposite you. And we're going to head back to the area where we used the crank earlier. Again, just run straight forward and you should avoid the dogs. I'm going to get a drink here for a sec. Ah, Ah, beautiful. Right. Sorry if you heard every bit of that. But when you're commentating for a while, you need a drink, man. Then we're going to go into the pool. Or whatever this watery area is supposed to be. And this is another place where you can get poisoned. Again, very annoying. I get poisoned there. No, I'm good. More snakes are dropping in. We'll come around here to the other side to use the elevator and go down. And that should be the last area those snakes can poison you, so you don't have to worry about them too much. There are other places you can get poisoned, but it's really easy to heal yourself because there are herbs right next to where you can get poisoned. But anyway, we're going to come over here now and use the battery right here in this slot in the wall. And then ninja dodge that dog, obviously, and hop into the elevator. Only Master Chief can dodge dogs like that. Up here, past the dogs. Oh. Taking a little grab. That's not very Master Chief of you, Master Chief. Up the stairs, through the gate. Try your best to get around those dogs. They are annoying. They're pretty quick. And now we're going to use the crank to shut off the water that is next to the place where we just used the battery so that we can travel through there. Okay. Good times. Let's leave. Back the way we came, and we need to use that elevator we just fixed so that we can get to the other side now that the water's full in that area where we used the crank. And I like to go to the left side down those stairs on this way through, just because I feel like the dogs have a harder time grabbing you. Usually works out for me. So, now that we're here, there's more dogs here, don't forget. And try and avoid them if you can. And just head straight down this pathway to get to the ladder that is at the end of it. Okay. Making progress. And now we're in the caves. We're going to head to the right here. Ready to go and get the hex crank. I'm not sure what this guy's name is. I can't remember. I always skip the cutscene, so I never know. But either way, he gives us the hex crank, so cheers, mate. Appreciate it. Head along that corridor, through this door, and we'll end up in this place. I'm going to just run around this sort of middle platform and through this door to where we can get the hex crank. Okay, so just keep pushing through. Our mate over here is not having a good time, but we're going to skip his horrible situation, grab the hex crank that is on the floor, and then we're going to leave. Got a little stuck on the wall there, but never mind. A hunter jumps into this area when you're on your way out, so try to be quick. Although if you want to, you can just shotgun him in the face. It's up to you. Although I'm trying to use as few bullets as possible just to save him. And now we're going to come back to here. There's no hunters in this part, but there are in the next one, so be warned. We're going back the way we came, so through this door. And now there are 2 hunters here, so be quick finding your way back. Oh well, maybe it's only 1 on very easy. Must be 1. On any other, there's 2, I'm pretty sure. But whatever makes it easier, I'm happy. And then we're going to head this way. There's also a blue herb on the floor there. I never noticed that before. So we're going to put the crank away. Oh no, the green crank away. Don't put the red tipped crank away. Make sure you put the green tipped crank away. We need the other one. And then we need to use this crank to turn this around. And there's a green herb on the right next to you there. If you want to grab that to heal yourself, I don't blame you. But I'm just going for it here. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad call to grab that because you can get poisoned in this next section. Although I'm not sure actually if there's green herbs with the blue herb ahead of us. But either way, once you've grabbed that flamethrower, head up towards that boulder. And when you turn around and try and come back, it's going to chase you. So you just want to be quick in running away from it and head to the way you came. Don't try and drag yourself across the wall because there's an invisible wall there that will keep you stuck to it. Just head down the center and you'll avoid that boulder nice and easy. And then, after following the boulder's path, you'll end up in this room with a big ass spider in it. And all we want to do is run to the door over here. He managed to smack me, which I'm not exactly impressed with, to be honest. Let's use the flamethrower here to burn away the webbing. He's spitting on me as well. Gross. Burn away the webbing and just head through the door. Don't worry about fighting him. Bit of a hassle to fight that guy. And now we've got poisoned. Oh no, we didn't get poisoned. Wow. In any other mode, the spider's spit poisons you. But either way, even if you do get poisoned, maybe it takes more hits or something. You've got blue herbs and green herbs there. You might need to put the flamethrower on the wall over here, which is what you've got to do with it anyway to open this door. Right there. So you might, if you are poisoned, put that in place, go back, grab a blue and a green herb, combine that shit, and get yourself nice and healthy. Okay, through this door then, and we're going to come around here. We've got to use the hex crank on this hole in the wall right here. We've got to use it 3 times to get the platform in the right place. And one more time. Get her done. Okay. So, this boulder's going to come after you as soon as you do that. As soon as you gain control of your character, just run forward. You don't need to turn or anything, just literally run in a straight line. And you'll end up running towards that opening. At least if you're using tank controls. You might need to direct it if you're using the alternate controls. But it's really not too difficult to get that done. If you follow up to where the boulder came from, you can find a first aid box which has a first aid spray in it. Good times. Then we're going to go through this door. We need to come in here to get the cylinder. So we need to use the hex crank again in a moment, but we're going to push this statue along the wall first to light it up with this patch on the wall that looks a little bit suspect if you ask me, and then use the hex crank on the wall right here to push it out into the room for you to move around. Once that's done, head to the back of the statue and push it into the room a little bit. Just enough for you to get around it and push it onto this circular stone in the middle of the room. And here we go. That's going to turn the statue 90 degrees, and then we're going to go to the back of it again, push it off the circular stone, and then head around to the front of it and push it back on to turn it another 90. And then we want to stand around this side of it to push it off the circular stone, and that should be in the right position for us to just push it into place. And once you push it into its slot, the wall should open and give you the cylinder. Which is why we're doing all of this mess. Grab that, and then we're going to leave, head back the way we came. Let's go. Back out this way, and through the door. Right. So we're going to have to run past the spider again now. You want to be careful of getting poisoned, obviously. We have some meds on us, and I think there's an anti-poison herb in the box too if we do get poisoned. But you pretty much just want to run straight for the door and leave. That was kind of a cool dodge that I did on the spit there. Happy about that. And we're going to come out here. There's a hunter in here now, so be quick. Head out of the door that you came through originally, which is pretty much straight ahead of you as you run down that corridor. And keep going. Another green herb there if you want to grab that and throw it in the box maybe. It's up to you, it is just heal. But you don't need this crank anymore, so put it in the box. And you need to make sure you have a slot in your inventory because you've got to go and grab something else to combine with the cylinder now. But when you've done that, you'll have 2 free slots in your inventory. There is also a blue herb on the floor right there that we just ran past you can grab if you're poisoned. Okay, so now we need to head back down this way. The hunter's still here though, so be careful. And once you get in here, you're going to want to run over to the opposite side of this room to find this machine and open the round lid to remove the shaft. And you want to combine that with the item we got earlier, the cylinder, and use it. And when you've done that, these flashing lights will appear, and the code for you to use is 4231. That'll always be the same. And that'll bring up this elevator for us to use to head down into the area where we've got to deal with Lisa a little bit. So use the elevator switch. Down we go. And once we get down here, we need to head towards the white door. I was actually going the right way for once. I usually take a wrong turn there and end up going somewhere we don't need to go, but I went the right way. I'm proud of myself. Into that metal white door, and when you come around here, you're going to have 2 directions to go. You want to head left, and then Lisa will spawn ahead of you, giving you an opportunity to just head back the other way and head to the door we need to get to, which is around here. Like I said, when you reach that point, you can kind of go left or right. Go left, get her to spawn, and then just turn around and run to the right, which is the way you need to go, so that you can get into this room and have loads of fun pushing this box around. You need to push it onto this elevator in the back. All the way along. So, once that's done, press the button on the wall here, and that'll set off the box on its little journey. I'm going to grab a drink while this does, because it kind of just makes us stand here for a minute. And once you're done with that, head out of this room the way you came. We need to go back to where we rode the elevator down. So, just keep going. And we're going to have to run past Lisa here, which is kind of difficult to do, I know. She's a strong enemy and does a lot of damage. I'm just kind of having a Mexican standoff with her here. She just sort of stood there looking at me, so I just sort of stood there looking at her for a second. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And she's like, I'm going to smack you with my big ass chain. Once that's done, we're going to head back the way we came. She's not happy and she's screaming at us, but let's use a first aid spray because we've got plenty of those hanging around in the item box. So, once you're back here, I don't think you can get to where we need to be from this side. You need to, if you do go this way, you'll have to run through the elevator, but I took the extra way, long way round here. I'm getting turned around and everything. I'm running into walls. I'm so confused. What am I doing? We're going to go this way towards the item box that is in the back here. And we need another first aid spray because we just used ours. We've got like 4 to choose from, so take your pick. There's probably no way we're going to use all of those, but I do like to carry one because you never know what's going to happen, right? Down this ladder, and then we can push the box that has the broken flamethrower in it along this way so that we can smash it in this garbage compactor. Here we go. Get it in there. Master Chief reduced to pushing boxes and trash can duties. Once you push that over the edge anyway, press the button on the side. Get this thing to crush it. Because we need to get this broken flamethrower to open the door in the room that Lisa's in. It's kind of awkward to keep having to run past her because she does a lot of damage and she's pretty hard to dodge, but whatever. We'll get it done. Grab that broken flamethrower and then we are leaving. Okay. We're going to head up the ladder here. Back the way we came. Back through that metal door into the room that Lisa's chilling in. And we're going to do that same trick again. When you run through here, this camera angle right now, you want to go left, spawn her there, and then travel around this way. We need to run past her again in a second after pulling this lever. You have 15 seconds to reach this switch, so you pretty much just want to try and run straight past Lisa. If she hits you, she hits you. Don't worry about it too much. Run past her, and down here, down these stairs, or away from those stairs. You don't actually go down the stairs. And then we use the broken flamethrower right there. And through the door. And there we go, we're done with Lisa for now. We have to get around the one more time in a little while, but let's just keep moving for now. We're gonna duck through this room and into this sort of water passage. Just be quick moving through here because you got these snakes following you and you don't want to get poisoned. So we're gonna grab the jewelry box and examine that really quick to get the stone circle out of it. Good times. And then we're going to head up this ladder. If you're injured and you haven't got meds, there should be some meds on the right side. We just went left towards this ladder when we climbed that first ladder. But if you go the other way, there should be herbs there somewhere. And I think there's an anti-poison herb there as well if you get hit by the snakes. Something to bear in mind. Right, so we'll find ourselves back in Lisa's cabin. And now we're going to head this way. Back out of the cabin. All the way through. We're heading back to the mansion now. To go and get the other half of this stone and metal object so we can unlock the door under the stairs. So we're going to follow this path around. Remember that zombie is still there. That was chilling next to those trees earlier, so be wary of that. So right here are the stairs that make a massive shortcut for you if you want to take them. Or, well, I say massive, it's not really massive. There's the zombie around the trees. Sort of makes this pathway a little bit shorter, and I never actually knew that's where it led to and whatever until recently. I think it was that playthrough, running up the stairs that way, that actually made me realise I could take those stairs to get to there a lot faster, but either way, you get to the same place. We got zombies in this area now at the graveyard, so try to avoid them. Okay, so we're getting closer to the last section of the game now. Not a fat lot left for us to do. About 23 minutes left or so, maybe a little bit more. Not far at all. Gonna, as I was saying earlier, completing this game 3 times and then commentating it 3 times over. Your gameplay is a little bit repetitive, so I'm sorry if I haven't been the most entertaining with these runs, but it's more of a guide for anybody who is just trying to get these achievements out of the way and couldn't really find a guide that was that helpful to them. So when you come back through here, you need to grab this stone and metal object back because we need it. And we're going to go through this door right here. Let me know if it's helped you out anyway. I know I trip up on my words sometimes, but I've tried my best to give you guys sort of a concise run through, you know. And we're going to go to this door where we'll use the emblem key, which is the only use of the emblem key, so we'll throw that away after using it. Get it done, and then we'll end up in this room with a cutscene. Skip that cutscene, press the switch that's on the desk in front of you, and that'll light up the room so that you can see the stone and metal object. There's me pressing it too many times. And yeah, it's right there, the metal half of the stone and metal object. Combine them together. And there's also a flash grenade on the side right there. Those are always useful. And we're going to leave. So now we're heading back to the main hall. We're going to head through the crow room one last time. This is the last time we'll be in the mansion. So let's go. back around this way. Through this gate right here. And back to that door that leads us to the top of the stairs in the main hall. Seems like 5 minutes ago we were just starting out. 2 hours is a quick time to get through this game though. I know that the first time through takes everybody a lot longer because nobody knows the puzzles and where to go and whatnot. It's pretty cool that you can complete it in 2 hours though. So when we get to the main hall, we'll come in under the stairs here and we're going to use both of the stone and metal objects on the door. That'll open it up for us. And they're having a moan. Let's open it up. So, when we come down here, now we've used the stone and metal objects, we've got a couple of free slots in the inventory, so we need to grab the last books, both volumes, and we'll keep going. Let's keep it moving. So, I'm not sure if in this area, if you get hit whilst near the edge of the ledge, Lisa can knock you off and insta-kill you. I think from the runs I did at this in the past, like a good couple of years ago, I think that was a thing, but I'm not sure. I might be wrong. Either way, this is an area that can screw your run over, especially if you're going for the best ending. We'll get a cutscene here, skip that cutscene, and we're going to push this stone off the edge right here first. And then we're going to push the one on the left side. And you want to hope that she gets aggressive towards Wesker, because the platforms are wide enough for you to run around like I just did there. But if she smacks up Wesker, who cares? You know what I'm saying? If you're playing as Jill, if she smacks a character off the edge, which I think is Barry, it counts towards your ending. It can make you not get the best ending. But if Wesker gets smacked, it doesn't count towards good ending, so good times. Because as Chris, you've got to save Rebecca, and as Jill, I think you've got to save Barry. It's kind of cool that each character has their own characters that they have to save and different things that happen with them throughout the run. It's pretty cool. But either way, once she jumps off the edge, head through the gate that opens up the elevator that I just went up there, and then we want to use the medals on the fountain here, and you'll need to examine the books to get those medals. There we go, and we use the silver one on this side. And that's there, I think it's in the south book. And this is the north one, I think, with the gold medal inside. Or is this the south one? I don't know, I'm probably wrong, whatever. It's silver for that side, gold for this one, damn it. That's all that matters. Use the medal, skip that cutscene, and then we're heading on to the lab, which is the last area. And this area really doesn't take that long to get done at all. And because we're not going for the best ending, we've only got to fight one boss here, which is really easy to fight. And we've got enough ammo and heals and everything we could want to get all of this done. Even though, to be honest, I don't think we'll be taking any damage in this last section. You guys have seen how many meds we have. I could have cut off time by not collecting them and putting stuff away and just sticking to the bare minimum. But that's not really the point. The time isn't really the point of this run. It's to help anybody who might be trying to get their achievements done and doesn't want to, you know, learn the game too much. So that zombie there is pretty easy to dodge. You can just lure him out a bit further than I did and just run around him. And those two other zombies you can just stroll past more or less, just by taking the corridor wide. When you get to this point, there is a zombie you 100% need to kill. So we've got 5 grenades. If you want, you can shoot him, but I actually would recommend not shooting him, and I'm kind of happy that he stood back up here because he can come back as a Crimson Head, I guess. There's probably a low chance of that happening in the time that we're in the lab, but I recommend using grenades just to get rid of him quickly. Just shove the grenade in his mouth, run into this room, and then he's dead. Gone and forgotten. And then we come into this room to use the computer. And the username here is John. Just like that. And the password is Ada. A-D-A. Because you can't see that on screen. There we go. And then the password here is Cell. C-E-L-L. Good times. So now we can open up both of these floors. Good to go. Then we can back out here, leave this room, that's all we need to do in here. And now we're heading back the way we came to go and get another key and also punch another passcode into a terminal. So we're going back through this tunnel and through these gated doors on our right. Okay, so there's one zombie on the stairs that's always really easy to dodge. These guys usually pretty easy to dodge. And there's also a guy right here sometimes. I guess on very easy he's not there, but stick to the left hand side of that corridor before you reach this door and you should avoid any zombie that's there anyway. We've got another first aid med there. If you want to take that, we need to go to this terminal over here and punch in the code 8462 so that we can open the terminal over there, or the wall, and grab the key. It's on the side just here. We've still got a first aid med on us, so I don't feel the need to grab another one. I think there's some shotgun shots on the side over there as well. You don't particularly need them, but they're just next to where that wall just opened. Okay, so now that we've got that key, we're going to head down here, back the way we came. We've got a couple more enemies to kill before we do the bit that's coming up, just because there's a part we've got to do where we're not allowed to run and we've got to walk through these hallways. And if we get grabbed or we run too many steps, we'll blow up and die. So there's a couple of zombies you definitely need to kill. Another one is usually just here, but on very easy is not here. If you're doing this on normal or something and he's there, just stuff a grenade in his mouth. But he's not there for us, so we're good to go. When you come in here, you'll want to equip your shotgun and kill this chimera thing. Only took me one shot to kill it there, I think. Yeah, he's down for the count. And then we're going to grab the capsule out of the console just here. For some reason the game stops on that screen. I guess it's because it wants to let you know that if you run around with this capsule after you fill it, then you're going to blow up. But it's empty at the moment, so we're still safe to run. Okay. So, heading back this way, up these stairs, through this door. Okay, so now we're heading back this way through the little tunnel again and through these doors at the end of that tunnel. And we're going to go and fill up the capsule. Not a lot left for us to do at all now. We're really close to the end. So let's head through this door to go and fill up this capsule. Could be a zombie in here, I can't remember. I'm not sure. It's very easy, so it's likely there's not. No zombie. Okay, we're clear. Let's put the shotgun away. Oh no, he's here now. You show up where you want to, don't you, mate? Get out of my hallway. Die. Right. So, use the capsule. Get it refilled. Cheers, mate. Running could result in a fatal explosion. Well, that's never good. So, de-equip the shotgun. And at this point, when we've filled it, you cannot run. We've killed the zombies and the chimera that were in our way. So you should just be able to walk all the way safely to where you need to get to. Just, you can get away with running a couple of steps, stopping, walking a couple of steps, running a couple of... It's just not worth it. Just, if you're not going for speedrun world records and you're just after achievements, just walk. There really is no rush. And keep going this way. I'm pretty sure if you run more than 3 steps, you blow up and die. I mean, we're going for a no saves run. It's just not a good idea, is it? Not a good idea. Although we are very close to being done now. Very, very close. Just keep following this whole way. Through this door again. And we're heading to our right. You can hear another chimera jumping about in this room, but as long as you stick to this side, he shouldn't bother you until you go over to that side in a second. So let's just get this capsule put in its place so we can run again. There we go. Now that that's done, we need to head to the other side of this room. Hop down and into this white door. Avoid these chimeras. Don't worry too much about these chimeras. You can literally just run past them and they won't bother you. The only reason we killed that one earlier is because he can get in the way while we've got the capsule and we have to walk. These guys attack really slowly and it's super easy to just run right past them. And when you get into this room, run all the way around the room and then activate this in the back. And then once you've done that, head around the opposite side of the room, back to the door we originally came through. Those guys are so slow on their attack, it's just stupidly easy to get past. Again, heading back the way we came, which is this way. Here we go. So now, we're going to pretty much do our final boss fight. This ending, or the bad ending, which is the one we're going for to get this done nice and easy. You only have to fight the Tyrant once. So, let's go. And head over here, open this door. And we've got another first aid spray there if you want it. There's more shotgun shots on the floor. Nice. And then we can combine that with the shotgun shots. Head out the door here. And we're going this way to the right. And we need to press the button on the side. That'll start the elevator. Elevator is working. So, we're on our way up just now to go and fight this guy. This is the last fight we're going to have. There's more shotgun shots on the side as you come up there. On the right side as you come up from the elevator if you want to grab them. But we don't need them. We're good to go. When you come in here, you're going to have a few cutscenes and you'll spawn in front of the Tyrant. Just keep running towards him and then run all the way around the room to this side till you're in front of these computers. Equip the shotgun and just keep holding aim until your character spins around and aims at the Tyrant. And then just keep shooting. He's already dead. De-equip the shotgun and then press this button right here. Oh, excuse me, I'm sneezing. Oh, Jesus. And we're going to grab the key that's on the floor next to Wesker's body. And we're leaving now, that's it. We're more or less done. I know we're not getting the best ending, but I feel like when you were trying to do these difficult runs, like the no saves, the real survivor mode, the invisible enemy mode, it's much easier to go for the bad ending. If you want to get the best ending, you can always just do a casual run with saves and take your time. Once you know the route that you're doing this in, it's really not that tough to go through the game again. And you can just do it in sections and save it and stuff. I feel like going through the whole game doing the best ending in as fast as you can is a bit of a hassle. But But either way, now that that's done, we're heading back to where we entered this area. Back to where we ran past that item box earlier. So keep going through that little tunnel that we've been through a couple of times now. And to the right. Kind of a very short area. But never mind. All the way up. And back this way. If you get grabbed, I wouldn't worry about it too much. You can use your shotgun or whatever bullets you've got left to kill these guys, because you're not going to be fighting anything else now. If you go for the best ending, you have to fight another boss. And you also have to make sure that that boss doesn't kill the people you've saved. So doing the best ending without saves is really annoying, in my opinion. Really, really annoying. So, we got to go through this door. You can use the lab key. I would definitely be saving it in this point if I was going... Oh, at this point if I was going for the best ending. I mean, it's not impossible to do at all. But just trying to get achievements, it would just annoy me if I ran all the way through the game to get to this point and then died or had one of my characters die at the very end. So I didn't get the best ending. It would just annoy me. So let's grab the fuse unit and slap that in the wall over here. Beautiful. Skip that cutscene and we'll be going up the elevator to use the signal rockets and leave. Complete the game. Get that Ink is for Squids achievement. Alright, let's go. In my opinion, this is definitely the easiest route to get this achievement. Only took me one attempt, so that should speak for itself, I guess. Hopefully some of you guys got it too. And for anyone who hasn't been looking to copy the world record speedrun or something, but you just wanted something you could follow, it was nice and easy. Right, there we go.
Chris,
Hopefully that's helped some of you out. 1 hour 58, 72 ammo used, creatures dispatched 32, and is that 4 health items used? I can't really see. It's a bit blurry on my editing software. Either way, that is that. Thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, I hope it helped some of you out. Let me know in that comment section if it did. There should also be some more Resident Evil content on the screen, and if not now, in a second. I've done real survival mode, and I've done invisible enemy mode. I also did a while back the knife only run where you can't use defense items and you can only use the knife, so I don't know if you want to check that out as well maybe. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day, and until next time, take it easy.